No church you ever been in your life to visit? Funeral. Okay, so what's some of the stuff that they teach in church when you did that? Can you name anything you ever learned from going to a church?
A Christian church?
Yeah, or any church for that matter, but predominantly Christian. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What's up, bro?
I'm not really a person from the Christian community, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that frame of reference, but I'm ready to hear whatever you have to say, so let's go ahead and
Give it to you. Okay, cool. So basically, I know it's cold out here. So just to give a brief synopsis of what we're doing up here. We up here to teach so-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, and we the Israelites of the Bible, right? We turn this around for you. So these 12 tribes. Let me get in here for a minute, Doc. So if you would be probably a black woman, African American, which you would subscribe to. So 9 times out of 10, you would be from the tribe of Judah, and this was actually the tribe that Jesus was from, right? And you got the Haitians, Jamaicans. These are all the same people, but America got us believing that we separate from them, but we literally the same as these people. Because Haitians get called black, American Indians get called black. I'm an American Indian. I look just like these brothers. Can't tell us apart, right? And you got the Cubans, the Dominicans, they look just like us. They got big afros, a lot of them, they be black, and they hate being called black, but they look just like us, right? And that's because this world got us destroyed and strategically putting us against each other. That's what the devil is, right? The devil deceives our people, and that's mainly the white man. Because if you look at these government seats, if you look at these city councils, what mainly color do they be? They be white people, right? Right? And these people deceive us, right? So let's get matter of fact, just get 2086. Did you read that to the sister?
Con.
It's cool. We'll revisit it again. So, sister, do you know what's the means of transportation when we were when we were taken from Africa by force? What means of transportation did we take to get from over there to over here to the Americas?
the slave ship.
Slave ship, right? You knew that was in the Bible? Did you ever know that?
You just read it to me.
He read it to you. Okay, cool. So we ain't even got to go there. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you about your diet. What's your favorite fish?
I don't eat fish.
No fish at all?
Just vegetables.
Just vegetables?
Right.
No chicken? You just pure vegetarian? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So we ain't got to go into the dietary laws, but the Israelites, we got dietary laws too. So the Most High tell us we can't eat pork, shrimp, lobster, crab leg, oysters, catfish. Our people love catfish. I used to love them catfish. You ever had them catfish nuggets at JJ's before?
Never.
I used to love them. I used to love them. And when I heard I couldn't eat it, I damn near shed a tear because I used to love them things. But the Most High said we can't eat this stuff because it's bad for our temple. And the Most High, He won't even dwell in you if you got a dirty temple. Brother, get that for me. That's Romans.
First Corinthians.
The Most High can't dwell in your foul temple. Get something about the foul temple, right? Because you got a lot of our people out here, right? They be weed smokers, cigarette smokers, crack smokers, right? And they think that the Lord is dealing with them, but the Lord ain't even hearing their prayers. And get that for me too. John 9:31. Go ahead.
This First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye,
Right, that's right.
know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Right. So the Most High said, you are the temple of God. So-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, we are the physical temple of the Most High God.
Right.
You ever heard how they say that we have the God gene as black people? You never heard that before?
No.
If you haven't, so they say that we black people got the God gene. Basically, we can stand in the sun without getting skin cancer. This man and his people can't do that.
Right.
They have to buy sunscreen, and actually, I just found out that sunscreen, if you put sunscreen under UV light, it's black. So they have to disguise themselves as black just to survive in the sun, right? And you got it's many more examples, but basically, you know, the temple of the Most High God he only dwell inside of us and in you. Keep reading.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Spirit of God dwelleth in us. Keep reading.
If any man defiles the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Him shall God what?
Him shall God destroy.
A little louder.
Him shall God destroy.
Right. So if you defile your temple, hey, the Most High kill you. So if you just walking around like, you know, this fool right here, smoking cigarettes, putting damn tobacco smoke in you, weed smoke in you, if you overeating, over drinking, if you just overly doing anything, the Most High will put you to death for that. So that's why he tell us, like, even drinking, food, lawful stuff that we can do, we even have to do that in moderation, because too much of anything can kill you, right? Right. So read that. John 9:31.
Book of John, chapter 9 and verse 31.
Because hold that. So because contrary to popular belief, like our people specifically, we believe we can do anything and God still loves us. But that's not true. Because if you willfully going against his commandments, you living in sin. That means if you try to pray to him, the Most High God not gonna even hear you. So to be on the right side of the Most High God, we have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand that, sister?
I think so.
You with me? If you need me to slow down, I can.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
If Christianity is the white man's religion, why do you read the New Testament?
Why do we read the New Testament?
Why are you quoting the New Testament, and why is it part of your religion?
Okay, so are you trying to say that to imply that the New Testament was written by a white man or something?
Christianity is the Christian book.
So how so though? I have to, because we gotta prove what you're saying. So what makes you say that?
What other religion, except for Islam, but they don't have it in the same words as what's here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they honor the Christian prophets. They have some of the same stories, but it's in their own. It's their own version.
It's a badly remixed version of the Bible. Is all that the Quran is.
Yeah. This
I agree.
Is a Christian Bible. So I'm saying, if Christianity is a white man's religion, and that's not a good thing, then why do you quote the Christian Bible, and why is that a part of your religion?
Ideology. I can accept that. So first and foremost, this book belongs to. This is an Israelite book. This book is written to, for, and about the Israelites. So even the ideology of being called a Christian back in the biblical days, that was a slur. That means they were trying to offend you being called a Christian. If you were a Christian back then, they made mockery of you. So and it's supposed to mean like, follower. Christian is really just a follower of Christ. But Christianity, that's when, that's the white man's religion. He actually established that. He created that during back in the Roman Catholicism days and all that. And, that's all the white man. So it's something I was finna say. I just forgot my point. Yeah, go ahead if you can.
So
forgot my point.
Real fast, so brother can grab Acts 11 and 26. Like you said, at the time when Christ was around, they didn't kill Christ because they
are not from when Christ was around.
True, I got
later.
you. I'll explain. Right, so when Christ was around, Christ wasn't a liked man. So like how he said, the term Christian was like how we call N-words today, and I'm gonna show you that. Acts 11 and 26.
It's Acts 11 and 26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. Right. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch.
So this was the church that was at Antioch, and that's when they first began to call the Christians, call the followers of Christ Christians.
Right.
Christian just means a follower of Christ.
Right.
Jump over to Acts the 13th chapter and read from the top.
This Acts 13:1.
Right.
You know,
Now there were in the church that was at Salakia. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon that was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
Right. So that was in the same church where they were called nigger at. They were also being called Christians. Like how we said, Christian is just a follower of Christ. Real fast, go to Luke chapter 1 and verse 2.
Okay.
So the popular term of being a Christian now isn't what being a Christian was way back then. Even back then, you know, you see like sometimes on little Jesus pieces, they might have like the little fish, like to symbolize Jesus.
Okay.
So what that was that during the time of like Christian oppression or like the early church oppression, when Peter and them were still alive, they were using that as a symbol of like places that they were gonna like gather at, or like for the way, like how the slaves used braids and different like rugs. They would make different rugs. That's how the earlier Christians were doing. So the modern Christians that we now have today, that's a white man's religion. Because what Peter followed and what Luke followed and what all of the other disciples followed isn't what Christianity now teaches. So the term Christian technically means a follower of Christ. But the hospice of what we call Christianity now does not actually follow after Christ. Because a lot has changed since Christ was actually here and what we were given in slavery. You got what's called a Negro Slave Bible, in which they took out a lot of the different laws. They took out a lot of the information that actually pointed that we were the people of the book and that told you the truth behind certain matters. So you got certain instances in the Bible, especially specifically in the New Testament, where it says servants obey your masters. But what that was talking about was a church position. A master was just a master of the school, like the schoolmaster, whoever was in charge. And the servant was his second in command. However, if I take out the chapter that's explaining that, and I just give you the servants obey your master's part, you're going to think as my slave, you have to obey me, right? So with the New Testament actually was in existence way prior to the Christianity that we have now today. Christianity didn't actually become as the established religion that we have until I want to say 300, 400 AD. Right. Right. With what's his name?
Yeah, but didn't a lot of time pass between when Jesus died and when these books were written?
Yeah, we're gonna show you that. Give me Luke chapter 1 and start at verse 2.
Con, this the book of Luke. This Luke chapter 1 and verse 2.
you know,
Even as they delivered them unto us.
Right, it says what?
Even as they delivered them unto us.
Start at verse 1 real fast.
Verse 1. For as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed among us.
So when the Bible was first written, it was orally passed down, like the New Testament. So Peter was telling his accounts, and what would happen is that you had the different people at the schools who would scribe it down. So he would have his scribe to do it, but as an overall testament that was shared to everybody, that didn't happen till later. So the different epistles that Paul wrote was a letter to a specific school in Rome or a specific school in Ephesus, but it didn't become a compiled version until many years later. So that was just a letter that they had. But then when another school would visit them, or when they would visit another school, they'd be like, well, this is a letter that Paul wrote to us, and they would start to copy those versions. And then that's when a lot of the different chapters in the New Testament, books in the New Testament became popularized, when at first they were just the eyewitness testaments of the different men that actually followed after Christ. Keep reading on that.
Con, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses.
It says what?
Which were from the beginning eyewitnesses.
So a lot of the men that were eyewitnesses to everything that happened wasn't just writing everything down exactly how it happened. That's why you see certain times in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they'll tell the same story, but it's a little bit different. So I know you're getting cold. You need hand warmers?
No, thank you.
All
This is so interesting. Tell me about your church. Where is it located?
So you want to
Go ahead.
with that? So we got a school on 3rd and Mitchell, right? And then how we do church real fast, if a brother could give me Acts the 7th chapter.
Like an elementary school?
So
or grown-ups?
It's it's like a
Community
more
school.
so community school,
Okay.
right? It's open to all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that want to come and learn. Or they got questions,
Church and school say about the rights of women.
right? I mean, we in America, women's got rights.
Yeah.
Wait, rights as far as what? I guess I'm asking.
Like, do your women have full rights in your community the same as men?
I ain't gonna tell you, Bones, what she can't. Depending on like, I guess I'm trying to understand like what are some of the popular rights that women don't have. So the only
I
thing,
think if you gotta ask the question,
Yeah.
maybe, you know, that's
So-
something that I can just maybe learn more about on your website or something. I'm not trying to
I get
be
you. So
disrespectful or argue.
Nah,
when it
you
comes down
good.
to the right, like we don't tell a woman as long as it's within the like the guise of the law. We ain't gonna tell a woman what she can't do, but we do say when it comes to spirituality, the men are the one that hold the responsibility.
Right.
You can read that in Ezekiel where it says, you know what I'm saying, the sheep of my flock are men. So the head of the church is gonna always be the man. The teachers of the church is gonna always be a man, but we're not gonna tell a woman that she can't teach another woman or her children.
Right.
Do you have a relationship with other Israelite communities?
Absolutely.
Because in Milwaukee,
So we, yeah.
Milwaukee is a community with important history.
Uh huh.
Muhammad's Mosque, number 3,
Yeah, it's out
is
here.
in Milwaukee. Elijah Muhammad was on the run here for several years in Brewers Hill. Before that, there was a guy called David DeCoste. He was a black rabbi like in the 20s.
Very early
30s.
1900s. Yeah.
But he lived here for a while.
So you got.
And then when I was in, I actually visited Demona, the
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
community there. And when I said I'm from Milwaukee, they said, "What?
Yeah.
We used to come there and study before they went to wherever they went first. Was it Liberia?
It was so how it had happened because they were trying to kick them out. Yeah,
Before they went over there, they were,
they was out here.
they said
In the
they were,
Midwest.
part of the preparation was coming up here. I was very excited to learn that.
So,
And
yeah.
I'm just wondering about kind of the current scene here, if the communities are still around and if are in relationship with each other.
So we got different ways of like doing the same work. Like the brothers and sisters that you talking about in Milwaukee, they originally came from Chicago. So a lot of it came from the South.
This was the other way around. These were people from Chicago who were telling me that before they went to Africa, they would come to the community here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But these
So
people were not from Chicago. They were people who had come probably from the South and then come up here, but it wasn't that they had come from Chicago from that community.
So that's what I was saying. I was saying that everybody had originally came from down south, like Kentucky and Mississippi. Because my grandfather from Kentucky and his wife from Mississippi, but they knew about the Israelites.
Was that like Church of God and Saints of Christ?
My grandfather was never specifically into it, so he wouldn't really know. But they all came up. The first established school was in Chicago, but you had a lot of people that moved up here. We moved up to Chicago, Detroit, and Milwaukee. Is where the Israelite movement became popularized. But that's more so in like a church scene, and that's where you get your Yahweh Ben Yahweh's and your I forgot his name, something Ben Israel, the brother who took everybody over to the Mona. So while we still in communication with a lot of these people, it's just like the different churches. Like you got different churches who like they believe in the same God, but they operate.
Churches in Milwaukee?
Yeah, you got other Israelite schools in Milwaukee. You got the GMS brothers, you got IUIC, you got us, the ISUPKs, and we all do things on a similar basis, but we just got different schools and the way that we do it. But we all basically believe in the same thing.
Well,
Serving the Most High.
Interesting, but here's the only thing I don't like. I'm a mom, and you guys are out here with these little hand warmers. You don't have any gloves on. You don't
I
even
knew
have
that was
your hood up. Okay, I like the scarf is good because it's covering your ears, but that's the only thing that I don't like about what's happening here. I appreciate your leadership and your dedication, and thank you very much for your for what you're doing, and I hope that it's helping.
For sure.
Thank you.
All praise.
Take a fly.
Thank you.
You an Israelite.
Take care.
You too. All praise to the Most High. Beautiful build, man. Beautiful. Lord willing, the sister was edified. Right. But what I want to kind of get into is, just telling our people that it's okay to be racist. Like, and that may sound crazy to some people, but hey, it's okay to be all for your people, bro. It's okay to be a nationalist. It's okay to, advocate for your people and not love everybody. That's okay. The Most High God, he don't love everybody. So we got to stop feeling the need to include everybody, to love everybody. And we got to start putting our people first over everybody else. Because you got all these brothers and sisters sitting up on Clubhouse advocating for the white man to get saved day in, day out. And these people is not going to sleep thinking of how to save us. They thinking of, if anything, they thinking of a way to destroy us. Ain't that right, bro? What you think?
What's that?
Do you go to sleep thinking on how black people can be saved, or you don't care about us? See that? He don't give a damn, and that's okay. We supposed to do the same thing. You feel me? Exodus 29:5. Can I ask y'all good white people a question real quick? Can I ask you a question, bro? Go ahead.
Look at Exodus chapter 29 and verse 5.
Right.
And thou shalt take the garments and put upon Aaron the coat and the robe of the ephod.
That's wrong, my fault. Exodus 29:45.
Verse 45. What?
It is okay to be all for your people, man. We got to get out of that. We got to stop trying to save everybody. We got to stop trying to love everybody. Everybody don't love us. That's okay. Everybody not entitled to love us, but we should be entitled to love ourselves, though. We say it all the time. We ain't got nobody but us. All we got is ourselves. Go ahead.
Exodus 29 and 45. And I will dwell among Israel.
Dwell among who?
I will dwell among the children of Israel.
Keep reading.
It will be their God.
Be who God?
And be their God.
Hey, that's right there. That's racism. The Most High God said, I'm only dwelling in the land of Israel. I'm only the God of Israel. I'm not the God of Moab. I'm not the God of Cush. I'm not the God of Mizraim. All of that, these other heathen nations. He's the God of Israel. So, just off of that should just go to show that, hey, if the Most High is advocating for separatists, shouldn't his people be doing the same thing? We should be moving in that same manner, right? I should only be the brother to Gadiah Kazawan. I shouldn't be trying to be the brother of Bill, Bob, and damn Joan. Keep reading on that.
And they shall know that I am the Lord their God.
Right.
That brought them forth.
Hold on. How you doing, sister? Awesome. You a Muslim?
Yes.
How long you been? You Muslim? You can smoke cigarettes? Allah cool with that? Really? Show me.
I don't smoke every day.
But you smoking today though?
Yeah.
Don't you supposed to turn to Allah if you stress and not a cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see that as a problem? You know what? Hey, the God we serve, the God of Israel, he don't let us turn to cigarettes when we stress. We got to turn to him and turn to our brothers and our people. If we what color is God? No, God is black. He look just like us. So if you know that, you should know that you don't want to piss off a black man, so you should do something with that cigarette.
And she walked into the store
with the square lit. She don't care, bro. That's our people though, man. What I said, my bad. 2 Samuel 7 and 10, real quick. And then you give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Yeah, 2 Samuel 7 and 10. Right, the Most High God want us to be separated, bro. Martin Luther King Jr. is the worst thing that ever happened to the black community. That nigga didn't do nothing for us. The whole time he acting like he advocating for our people. You know, this man, this man was a freak, bro. He was sleeping with white women. He was cheating on his sweet little wife. He's supposed to have been a damn pastor. He's smoking cigarettes like the Islam sister. Martin Luther King didn't do nothing but push us back 100 years. And now you got our people, we having interracial marriages. We out here marrying white folks. You got our beautiful sisters marrying guys, this man and his people, knowing good and damn well you hate us and you want us to die. But what Martin Luther King did, he made it feel like it was okay to go out and marry these people. Walk hand in hand with these people. Go to the club with these people. Invite them in your churches. And if they hit you, hey, if they put your hands on you, don't do nothing to them. You gotta love them, You have to love these people. That's what Martin Luther King did. That's what he taught our people. Read that for me, bro.
The book of 2 Samuel. So David would not remove the ark of the Lord unto him in the city of David. But David carried us, 7 and 10.
7 and 10, come.
It says, moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel.
Right.
And I will plant them that they may dwell in a place of their own.
Hey, the Most High God say from the beginning, he wanted us in a place of our own, bro. He didn't want us in America in the great melting pot. He wanted us to be segregated, right? Because soon as we integrate with these people, we start wanting to serve their gods, just like the sister smoking a square. Now she want to serve Allah, the Prophet Muhammad. You got niggas walking around with damn Buddha tattoos on them. I was finna do the same thing. Finna get a big ass Buddha tattoo, a big ass Buddha tattoo talking about I'm at peace. Like, that is madness, bro. Kiri.
And it says, and move no more.
Right.
Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as before time.
Hey, because these children of wickedness, they've been inflicting us since the beginning of time, bro. You got Pharaoh in Egypt. You got Herod. You got damn Jethro. You got damn, the list goes on and on and on, bro. We're supposed to be separate for a reason. If we separate, keeping these laws of God, hey, we unstoppable. You know, we shouldn't even have to go a day seeing a white man. I hate seeing these white folks. I don't want to see you on a day in and day out basis, Paul. I like to see my brother. I don't want to see these people. I don't want to be around these people. And the Most High God is of that same spirit. That's why it is okay to be a racist. How you doing, brother?
Old and out of shape.
Old and out of shape? How you feel about being a nationalist and being only for your people and our people only?
Well, I hate to argue with you, bro. There's only one race. Humans. There are a bunch of ignorant bastards out there.
Yeah.
Like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But
what color? What color is Donald Trump? His skin color.
Racist.
No, what color is his skin though?
I'm fucking.
No, I know. I'm being real with you though. I know what you doing. I'm being real though. Yeah.
They don't. The color is color.
Okay.
You can be a rotten motherfucker no matter what color you are.
I agree, 1,000%.
Now, somebody like Trump, he don't really give a fuck about white people.
Okay. I agree with that too. I agree with that.
Watch how he talked to President Zelensky the other day. Remember that fucking phony ass man?
Yeah.
You know, son of a bitch. Trust me. I hear you though. I do hear you.
So let me ask you this. With
You
that,
asked me this question like 15 years ago, I'd be right here with you. But I'm old now.
so what that mean?
Basically, dude, there's one race. One human race, and that's it. Part of the reason why the racists keep coming out of us is because they won't accept that.
But let me say this. Do you know that being a racist means to just choose your people and prefer your people?
Well, that's part of the definition.
No, that's the, if you look up the definition,
Well, you know
that's
how-
the literal definition.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's one of the part of the definition. I hear you. I do. I hear you.
Is that wrong to be racist?
I'm not saying you're wrong
Yeah.
for reading the definition.
No. That's not my question. That's not my question.
Inherently racist.
Hear me out.
If it comes down to survival of your people,
Yeah.
gotcha. If it's a matter of, well, here this dude is, he trying to kill a brother just because he a brother.
Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, how are we all one people? Because we don't do the other people like that.
You hear me though, right? You hear it.
No, I hear you, but do you hear what I'm saying too? Okay, so
You know, the circumstances, age difference, you got different mentalities about some stuff.
come talk about it.
Everything. I gotta get my drugs here.
All right, for sure. But yeah, man, so in conclusion, we gotta wrap up. Hey, Jake, black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, child, Native American. Hey, we gotta choose our people, bro. We gotta go back to putting our people first. Wish I had a little more time, but we gotta go back to putting our people first, right? We gotta treat these damn, hey, we gotta live amongst these people, but we don't have to love and just, want to save these people and put these people above us. We got to go back to putting ourselves first. So with that, I like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Mashiach, Womalak Yahushua. Kwam Yashala. Kwam Yashala. Kwam Yashala.